Hello everyone, we are back with another review on Swip, but this one will be a bit short since we are doing a little review on its latest chapter. And if you haven't read the latest chapter yet, pause this video, go read it, and come back. If you have read it, let's move on. Anyway, I actually thought this chapter was actually pretty good since we got to see Michelle's father. We got to see Caesar and Hank Jr. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, actually. Well, it's either Caesar or Caesar. I'm just gonna say the one that sounds right to me. If I'm saying it wrong, just let me know. And anyway, we get to see them in the park after their rescue mission and see the three guys that tried to cause trouble for Caesar in the first chapter. Now, back to the first thing I said, which is Michelle's father. Because this chapter starts off with Michelle talking to her father, and we get to see that this guy is strict. He is a strict dad. He was asking her, "Where are you at? It's late. You're supposed to be home at 6, not 7:30." Yeah, strict parents. But yeah, he was just telling her, what was the reason? Why were you late? And she tells him, well, half the truth. And that was going to the ice cream store with her friends. And yeah, she didn't mention anything about seeing Caesar, running with Caesar, and getting chased by cops. She did not mention that, because who would mention that? If your parents ask you why you're late, who's gonna say, "Oh, I just got chased by cops"? It doesn't sound like a good excuse, or great excuse actually. But yeah, she just didn't want to mention that at all. But anyway, he tells her, "Well, like, you're a mess. Go shower up and go do your homework." That's it. She goes to her room, all sad because her dad got after her, and once she got into her room, her mother actually saw all that happen, and she did not like that. So the mom and the father got into an argument. The next thing was just Michelle cleaning herself up and just asking herself, why did I follow Caesar? Well, asking why did I follow him? What was the reason? Basically saying her body moved on her own, and that's pretty much it. In the end, she was just hoping that she doesn't end up in the news, because how's she gonna explain that to her parents? Now, it cuts to, but since it's nighttime, we get to see a few images of the night, of the city, and it cuts to the three goons who try to rob Caesar, like in the beginning, the first few chapters, first chapter actually. And yeah, we just get to see them walk into a club, I think, and also talking to two guys at the entrance. They would mention some name. I guess that person they mentioned is the boss. But before we get to see their boss, it cuts to Caesar and Hank Jr. at the park, and we get to see Hank Jr. and another rabbit giving each other the dap, because they got rescued. And can we take a moment and see how happy these two are? Hank Jr. and Caesar, just see their happy faces for completing this mission. They are so happy. And anyway, before this, it cuts back to the goons. We see Caesar ask Hank Jr., is this place safe for them? Are you sure this is safe for them? And Hank Jr. just points out a sign that mentions, well, this park is safe for humans and animals. So yes, good job. They got a place where it's safe for animals and humans. So the rabbits are all safe now. Okay, now the last thing in this chapter, we get to see the three goons in the club. They get thrown into a room, and we get to see their boss. And I speak a name, so bear with me when I try to say his name. If it's wrong, just let me yeah, just let me know how. Yeah, I guess. Kamaru, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, we get to see Kamaru, and he apparently is part of a Yakuza family, and he is like the 3rd lieutenant apparently. And that's when the chapter ends. Actually, yeah, this was actually a good chapter. We got to, even though it was like not a long chapter, it did. We did get to see a few things, such as we got to see Caesar and Hank Jr. They completed the mission. Awesome. We got to see, Michelle talk to her father and see that what kind of father he is, why she's like kind of afraid of him. Kind of explained that to us already. And we got to see Kamaru, and yeah, just he's a 3rd lieutenant for a Yakuza family, and I don't know, I think that's the same Yakuza family from the mission that Hank gave to the Caesar. I remember of course they were gonna do the mission, but Caesar wanted to go save the rabbits first. So now hopefully we do see Caesar take on the mission. I hope we get to see Kamaru again, and I hope we get to see them interact. Caesar probably will knock him out, who knows, but I guess we're gonna have to wait for the next chapter. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and hope to see you on the next one.